So are you in need of time management? Really? Before I ask questions, you are? Okay, so let's ask questions and see if your answer is yes or no, okay? The first question, do you find it impossible to pursue a hobby because you are too busy? Does anyone of you have a hobby? You do? What's your hobby? Huh? What? Sleeping, that's a hobby? That's a new hobby. Okay, all right. So you don't have enough time for sleeping. Okay. The second question, are you getting fat because you cannot find time for exercise? No. How many of you have gained some kilos in the past few months? Okay. There's no time. You what? You lost some kilos, but you're out of shape? Okay. Have you missed out on any of your loved ones' events, like daughter's school play, your son's football game, birthday party, main event like a wedding or something? Yes. Oh, yes. Oh. Wow. Is busy your answer when someone calls and says, so, how are you doing? I'm busy. Yes, so all of you are in need of time management. Okay. So we have the before we ask you, okay. So what is time management? Time management simply is managing time effectively. The goal of time management is to balance between what you need to do and what actually you don't need to do. It's a balance. So why do you need time management? First of all, to save time. Yes, we need to know how to save our time. To reduce stress. How many of you are stressed all the time? How many? Raise your hands if you're stressed all the time. You feel stressed. None of you are stressed? None of you are stressed? Are you stressed? You all look so cool and calm. To function effectively, yes, we want to function effectively. We want to do our work, okay? We don't want any IRs, definitely. To increase our work output and to have more control on our job responsibilities. Yes, we have a job responsibility. Yes, we are nurses, whether scrub nurse or admin nurse, you have a responsibility in this facility. Are you doing it perfectly? Not all the time. Yes, thank you very much for this response. Not all the time. Yes, you are doing your work. But unfortunately, sometimes you go wrong. Why? Why are you going wrong? Let's see. So time actually and behavior, they go hand in hand because actually it's not about time, it's about behavior. How you are behaving towards your time, your schedule. What are you doing? Okay? So if you learn to put behavior in time, there will be a change. How do I do that? Well, I have to start putting some rules in my life in order to manage time. So this is a nice thing I caught and I'd like you to share with me. The value of time. Let's see the value of time, really the value of time. The value of time, well, 1 year. The value of 1 year, ask a student who failed in a grade. He has to do another year with the same subject. This is waste of time. The value of 1 month, ask a mother that had to give birth to a premature baby. 1 month, only 1 month. So he's put in an incubator for a whole month instead of being in her belly, okay? That's how unfortunate this is the value of time. Value of 1 week, a newspaper publisher that had a weekly paper, he's always struggling because he has to get everything on time. Yes, this is the value of 1 week. The value of 1 hour, well, you have a rendezvous with your fiancé or your loved one. Yes, 1 hour. 60 minutes, they go very long, okay? The value of 1 second. 1 second, it happened to us really. Dr. Amr and I, when we were in a car, and he just was looking back just to see something. We went through another car in the front. The other car was trying to miss a dog. A dog was passing the road, and they put a brake, and we clashed inside. So it's an accident. It's 1 second, just 1 second. And a millisecond, Ask a person that won a silver medal instead of winning the gold medal, because it was a millisecond difference between a gold and a silver. Actually, the silver always is the one that's in the middle and always crying. The bronze is really happy. Why is the bronze happy? Because he won over the fourth. There was third and fourth place. So he got to win and be put on the stand with the other two guys. But the silver is the one that really feels that he lost it, okay? So this is the value of time. Okay, so time flies. Do you agree?
Yes.
Definitely. Definitely time flies, okay? We were here just a couple of minutes. Can you bring back the few minutes back? No, we can't bring time at all, okay? So time management, there are good signs of time management and there are poor signs of time management. First of all, for poor, missing deadlines. I have a deadline and I missed it. This means that you have poor time management. But of course, if you deliver your work on time, this is good time management. If you have a poor performance, that means you're not doing your work right, you have a lot of IRs, that means you're not doing your job right because you're not managing time perfectly. But if you're punctual and on time, then of course you are managing time perfectly. Disorganized, what does it mean, disorganized? Now here in this facility you have a patient that's coming. Do you know what what's going to be done with the patient? Do you have the instruments ready? Do you have everything in place? Do you have everything in order? Are you ready for the patient? This is being organized. But if the patient enters the clinic and the doctor is sitting and he's turning to you and you're not even ready and the drawers are full of things and you don't know which one we're going to start with, this means that you are disorganized. Organized, you know everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know everything is in order, okay? So of course, if you're not organized, this is poor time management. But being confident, organized, the doctor turns and you hand him the first instrument that he's supposed to be using. This is being well organized, managing time perfectly. Burnout. What does it mean, burnout? What does it mean, burnout? Stressed, exhausted, frustrated because you can't get everything right. The doctor is shouting, the boss is yelling, everyone is, and you, this is how you feel, you're burnout. Nobody understands that, well, I'm a human being. If we managed our time perfectly, we wouldn't be burned out, we wouldn't be stressed. Stress would be reduced. Of course, if we managed perfectly, then there would be less stress, there would be less anxiety. How many of you sometimes get loss of breath and can't take a breath? How many of you? We call it anxiety attacks. Does anyone get an anxiety attacks? Well, thank God. Then that means you're still not, you got an anxiety attack? Okay. So you're really stressed. Okay? Okay. Multitasking. What does it mean, multitasking? You have to put things on My Smile. You have to prepare for so-and-so. You have to, several things at the same, no, nobody can do the same, several things at one time. You have to put which is number 1, which is number 2, which is number 3, which is number 4. If you put them in order, organize them, and take a breath, then 1 will be done, 2 will be done, 3 will be done, 4 will be done, and nobody will be angry at you. Okay? So this means that multitasking is poor time management. You can't do everything at the same time. Nobody can. Okay? So focus one thing at a time to be efficient. And last but not least, of course, if you have poor time management, this means you have poor work-life balance. Of course, definitely. If we add all these things, you are missing deadlines, you're not organized, you're poor in performance, you are multitasking, you are burned out and stressed. Of course, work-life is 0 for you. But if we have a good and better work-life performance, it means that we have done everything above correctly. So how to use time effective? Let's put the solutions. Number 1, effective planning. Let's put a plan. We will talk about planning now. Set goals. I think we talked about goals before, but we will just point out some things about goals, okay? Set deadlines. Yes, tell yourself this has to be done today. By the end of this day, it has to be done. It has to be finished. By the end of tomorrow, it has to be finished. By the end of this 1 hour, by the end of 12 o'clock, it has to be finished. You have to set a deadline for each task. Delegate responsibilities. What does it mean, delegate? What does it mean? Yes, of course. Now, you're a group, you're a team. It's okay if you can't do this, tell your colleague, can you do it for me? So delegate responsibilities in order to get the work done, okay? Prioritize activities as per their importance. Put number 1 first, number 2, number 3, number 4. According to what? According to the priority. Which is main, which is the number 1 task, and which is number 2, 3, and 4. They can't be all number 1. So just look at them, put them on paper, and look, oh, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4. And then rearrange them accordingly, okay? Organize your work area, of course. You're working in the clinic, you have to know where everything is. It is not proper. Hi, Ibrahim. It's not proper, Ibrahim. Doctor comes inside the clinic and the patient is sitting and you don't know where things are. It's not proper. It means you're not performing your duty and responsibility as a nurse properly, okay? And of course, don't waste time. And we'll be talking about waste timers now. So effective planning. See this guy? Nobody has this. We're not an octopus. Unfortunately, we don't have 8 arms. Okay. So draw an action plan. What does it mean? An action plan? It's making a list of the things that I need to be doing, and then arrange them. How much time is required? Put beside each one, this needs 1 hour to be done, this needs 2 minutes to be done, this needs 4 hours, this needs a whole day to be done. And then accordingly you start putting a deadline and putting a very good plan. Identify what is avoidable and what is unavoidable. What does it mean? Something you have to avoid, something that is unnecessary, something that you don't need to do. But unavoidable, no, this has to be done. You cannot avoid it, okay? And then, when am I most effective? What does it mean, when am I most effective? In the morning, you're coming fresh. You've slept, most of you have slept 6 to 7, 5 to 6 hours, hopefully. How many hours do you sleep? 8 hours. 8 hours? Really? Great. Great, wow. Touch wood, because you might not sleep today. Okay, so how many hours do you sleep? 5 hours is okay. Less than 5 hours is not good. So you get from 5 to 8 hours. Of course, 8 hours is the ultimate. I wish everyone can sleep 8 hours. But really, you have to get a good night's sleep. The nighttime has God created nighttime for resting, sleeping, closing your eyes, shutting your eyes. Why? Because daytime means you open your eyes and look to the bright, sunny sky. Okay? So it means to wake up. So in the morning, you are working effectively. By 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you start not doing the same performance that you did in the morning. That means when you start to put an action plan on the activities you're supposed to be doing, put it according to your activity level. You know when you are the most effective. So if you postpone some things yesterday, do it early in the morning, first thing in the morning, okay? Goal setting. We've talked about goal setting before, but we'll do what do I really want to do? We'll talk about it as regards time management and working. Goal, what do I have really to do? Is passion involved? What does it mean, passion? What does it mean, passion?
Doing things that you love. Doing things that you love.
Yes, doing the thing with love. With love. Because if I say doing things you love, actually you'll tell me I have to go out. I'll get out of this clinic. I don't love working in this clinic, okay? No, when I say is passion involved, do what you're supposed to be doing with love. Love your work. If you give passion to your work, actually you'll be doing it relaxed and not tense. But because you're so tense and you're doing it like it's like something holding a guillotine on your neck, so you're doing it by force. No, take it easy, relax, and love your work. Eventually it will come so easily, okay? Are goals realistic? Now, when I put a goal, it has to be really, I can do it. Don't put something, I'm going to fly to the United States tomorrow. You don't have the visa to go to the United States. You don't have the money for the ticket to go to the United States. So be realistic, okay? But you can go to Dubai, مثلا. Okay. Am I on schedule? Yes. I've planned. I've put a plan, action plan. Am I on schedule? Am I doing the chores that I'm supposed to be doing? Am I doing the tasks to reach the goals that I have set or not? And of course, we'll be doing something called a to-do list. A to-do list, and you have to revise it. To-do lists, this is very nice. There's on an app on your mobiles, notes, and there's something called Evernote. It can organize your time. It can organize and do organization. These are apps. They are free. You can download them and put them on your mobiles. It will make life easier for you. Just organize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rearrange them, update them, revise them, delete what has been done, and put the next to be the first instead of the second. You feel good, of course, when you strike what's been done. It's really nice. Oh, I finished this. Yes, check, check, check. It makes you feel really good. By the time at the end of the night, oh, I finished everything I was supposed to do today. Yeah, thank God. Tomorrow's another day. So when we say set priorities means we are deciding which needs need immediate action, and which can be postponed for later, and which actually don't need to be done. So if we have like this is a matrix. We have something first priority. This is critical. This is really, it has to be done. But this one, it can be done another hour, or maybe at the end of the day, or maybe before I leave this facility, I can do it. Third priority, well, this means it's not very important, it's not urgent, it's not necessary to be done. So maybe I can tell my friend, can you do it for me? This was the delegate this responsibility to another person. And last but not least, this means low priority, of no importance. It means eliminate. It's a waste of time. It's not necessary to be done. Don't do it. Levels of priority, this is it. Importance versus urgency. This side is urgency and this is important. So when I put here, important and urgent, yes, this is important and this is urgent. So this has to be done now. Important but not urgent. So this doesn't have to be done now immediately. It can be done in an hour, maybe 2 hours, maybe maybe tomorrow. It can be postponed. Urgent but not important. Well, this maybe Dr. Hussein is asking you to do so and so and so, and you can do so and so, but the third so, this is too much, but it's urgent. But it's too much, you can't take it on as a task. So maybe you can ask a friend or a colleague, can you do it because Dr. Hussein needs it now? This is it. But not urgent nor important. It's not important and it's not urgent, so this means it's a waste of your precious time. So delete it. So when you classify priorities in 4 time categories, number 1, do it now. Number 2, do it soon. Yes, it doesn't have to be now, it can be done, but soon. When you finish now, do soon. Then put off until a later date. This is, you can do it, or give it to someone else. Ask the boss, could I do it in 3 days? If he gives you, okay, you can do it in 3 days, okay. But if he says, no, I need it now, okay, so could someone else, doctor, do it for me? Yes. Okay, so this is what we mean by delegate a responsibility. Fourth, doesn't need to be done. It's a waste of your precious time. It's a waste of your precious time. So there are 4 categories in prioritization, and you have to know them. And actually, we do this quadrant. If you do this quadrant, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put the tasks for the day. Let's say you have several tasks today to do. And start putting in each quadrant what really is necessary to be done now, what can be done soon, and what can be postponed or given to someone else. And actually, the 4th is you're wasting time. It's not necessary to be done. It's not important. It's not urgent. So why do it now? Why waste my time now? Okay? So is your desk like this? Do you like this desk? You're all organized people? So if I go to your houses and see the closet, I'll look at a very nice organized closet. You know your socks and you know your shirts and you know everything. Everywhere, everything is placed in order. It doesn't have to be a desk. It could be the clinic. It could be here. It could be everywhere. Is your house organized? Everything is put in order. The pillows on the sofa are put organized and nicely neat, everything. The beds are clean and well prepared for going to bed tonight. Ha! I see some not so and so. We thought you were talking about the desk. I mean, everything in your life, is it organized? Believe it or not, I faced a problem once with a fellow colleague. We were trying to find a document, a very important document, a document that can, well, delete the whole facility. It's a license, okay? His desk is more catastrophic than this one. But because he claimed that he knows where everything is, he doesn't want it to be organized. So we wasted 2 hours to find this important document. Now, these precious 2 hours could be useful in something else. But we wasted time because I can't bring the past 2 hours. So we wasted 2 hours. So this is what we mean by acknowledge organization or being disorganized and start to organize by removing the clutter, because actually it is the key to time management. It saves time. We said what's the goal or what's the objective of time management? Number 1 was to save time. So how do you save time? Be organized. Here in the clinic, be organized. You know the patient that's coming now to Dr. Ammar, Dr. Salim, Dr. Hussein, Dr. Asma, whoever, Dr. Ruqayya. You know that she requires so, in this order. Be prepared, be organized so that everything will go smoothly. Time wasters. What are time wasters? Let's give reading emails. Oh yes, you have lots of emails. They're actually, 90% of them are rubbish. They're all advertising some things, because actually when you enter into an app or something, you have to give your email. And so they send lots of rubbish to the emails, and they're in your inbox, and then they say the storage is full. Please delete some of the messages. Of course, you just delete them all. Okay? So reading emails is a waste of time. Answering phone calls and text. Yes, we're getting lots of WhatsApp messages and we're wasting lots of our time because we have to respond, and because the other party saw that we opened the message and the blue checks on the other side. Oh, if I don't say good morning to him, he'll be angry with me. If I don't send a blue kiss, and if I don't send a happy Valentine, if I don't send, this is all wasting time. How many minutes do you waste on the phone? How many? How many hours, actually? How many hours? How many hours? I want you today to focus and see how many really hours did you waste just opening your mobiles. I know that Ms. Hiba knows because she sees you on the camera. Okay. Physical interruption. What does it mean, physical interruption? Dr. Hussein asked you to do something, so you went into the hallway and you met someone. Hey, hi, how are you doing? How are things? What are you doing now? Go. This is wasting time because this is physical interruption. You met someone in the hallway. Or maybe you're outside in the clinic and someone opened, hey, is there a patient now coming? And so there's no patient. Oh, so we can talk now. This is waste of time because you're organizing the clinic to prepare it for someone else coming. And actually, you wasted time talking to your friend. The friend went away. The doctor came inside. You're not prepared. Oops. IR. Okay. This organization, we've talked about it, khalas. Looking at social media. Oh, we can't. Every hour you have to see what's on Instagram, those stories that are Instagram, your friends in Instagram, who's ever, she's going out, she's going there. You want to see life. I wish I was in her shoes like that, okay? So, and Facebook, yeah, Facebook was created for people to look over. Actually, it's a destroying life, it's a destroyer, it's a life destroyer, Facebook, because it wastes precious time. Commuting, what does it mean, commuting? Transportation, coming to the clinic, going, you have a break time, so you're going down, and you said, well, I can go and come back within the half hour. But when you went, something happened on traffic, and then you came late, and then you got an IR. Commuting is a waste time, okay? So what are the biggest time wasters? Really, they did a survey on 750 people, and they found that 50% of them were using the cell phone, 44% were surfing the web for personal use, like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. 42% were gossiping, physical interruption. How are things? What did Emily do? And what did Sumaya do? Oh, see, did you see what Dr. Hussein is? Miss Heba, Dr. Mona. Okay. Oh, Dr. Mona and Dr. Amr are married. Oh. Yes, gossiping. Yes, why not? 42% of the 750 were gossiping. 23% socializing with co-workers. Yes, having a nice time, drinking some coffee, some tea. This is office hours. Why are you working during that? 44% spacing out. What does it mean, spacing out? Well, stretching and going. Maybe I'll go downstairs and come back upstairs. Why not? And then 1% of these 750 were applying actually for jobs during work. Yes, opening their cell phones, and applying for several jobs while they're in the job. Actually, they're using the job facilities for applying the jobs. Can you believe that? No? Really? Dr. Salim yesterday said yes, why not? Okay, so why are we wasting time at work? Now, maybe you're not challenged enough. Maybe the hours are too long. Maybe there's no incentive to working harder. There's no appreciation for your hard work. Maybe you're not satisfied. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you're underpaid. Which of these applies to you? How do we spend time at work? Priorities, these are the tasks that the job description. You have all signed with the HR. You're an admin nurse, you're a scrub nurse, your job description is so, and these are the responsibilities, and you have to take them seriously. These are the priorities. Support work, these are all the tasks that you support your priorities. These are administrative works. Well, you're a nurse, you're supposed to help the doctor in the clinic, but in addition, you have administrative work, like he gives you some tasks to do on My Smile, and you have to do it. How many of you do it? Believe it or not, I have everything about each one of you. So I know each one of you, what were your mistakes during August. How many of you put the wrong photo in a wrong file? How many of you didn't document the proper documentation in its place? How many of you delayed certain information? I know everything. So speak up. This is a chance to know and give me why are you doing this and why aren't you focusing on doing your job right. Okay, each one of you will be talking to me separately. This is something we'll be doing today, okay? Necessary downtime. This is okay, we have 9:30 to 8 today. Of course, you need several times break time. You need to go to the bathroom, of course. So this is downtime. We call it, yes, these are times you are allowed to move around. I mean, you have to breathe, all right. Wasted time, well, you're not allowed to speak on the phone or go to the bathroom to give a call. Someone that has been told to go and leave the premises because he actually spent 45 minutes in the bathroom because he's making phone calls. Because the bathroom is the only place there's no camera. So this is where he can spend some time and talking and looking at videos and having some leisure time by himself. Is it allowed? No, it's not allowed. Because we know bathroom means, well, coming out, okay? So this is wasted time. Life teaches us to make good use of time, while time teaches us the value of life. I told you the value of life. We saw it together as regards a year, as regards a month, a week, an hour, a minute, a second, a millisecond. Yes, value of time is very precious, and this is it shows us that we have to take command of time. So solutions, to sum up what we've been talking about, prioritize your tasks. This is number one. Put your tasks in order. Arrange them according to which is more important and which is less important. Schedule tasks and deadlines. Put for each task, after you prioritize and put a plan, put beside each one, this has to be done today, this has to be done tomorrow, this has to be done by the end of the week. Get in the habit of arriving early. Yes, you have to put your thumb on this thing. Be early. Be an early bird. Focus on one task at a time. Multitasking is wrong. Nobody can do everything at the same time. One thing at a time. Believe it or not, when you do one thing at a time, everything will be done. But if you say, I will do them all at the same time, nothing will be done. Okay? Organize your workspace. Yes, always make sure that everything is in order, everything is in place, and everything is ready to be used accordingly. Establish rules of when to say yes and when to say no. What does it mean, yes and no? Now, sometimes maybe Dr. Hussein, Ms. Hiba will ask you to do so, and then Dr. Ammar will come and tell you to do so, and then Dr. Asma will tell you to do so, and then Dr. Mash'afa do so. And you're saying yes to everyone. And they're all telling you to do something that has to be done now. Is this possible? No. According to time management, it's a total failure. You can't do everything at the same time. What's happening here? What's happening here is that because this is a higher authority and you feel, well, it's rude to say no, but it's possible that you could say, could we postpone it, doctor? Because Dr. Hussein asked me to do so, and I have to finish it, and then I'll do what you asked. This is being polite, and we said behavior. Behavior, it changes the way you think about time, okay? And give yourself breaks and breathe. When you feel everything is piling over your head and your shoulders, take a minute exactly and do this. Let's do it together now. Three times deep breath. Closing your eyes, sometimes maybe picturing some place that you'd wish you'd be, by the seaside, palm trees, nice breeze, windy, cool wind. It makes you feel relaxed, your muscles all relaxed, no more tension in your neck, and then you can resume work again, okay? Listen carefully to what's being asked of you. What does this mean, listen? Listen, open your ears. Remember, we talked about active listening. Remember? We said active listening, open your ears. Listen carefully. Remember, we did a little funny thing. Algin came out and said something to doctor, and doctor said something, and then we heard the last word. Of course, it was different from what Algin was told. Okay, so because they didn't listen, this was in their ear, and they didn't listen. Open your ears, listen. The doctor said, please, Kin, do so and so and so. Yes, doctor. Then you go and maybe you'll talk to your friend, and then, what did he say? What was I supposed to do? I don't remember. I forgot. Okay, so maybe he'll tell me to do it tomorrow. And then he gets frustrated, and he puts an IR because you didn't do what he asked you to do, right? No, listen. If you listened and wrote what he asked you to do immediately, then there would be no IRs. And you save yourself a lot of, money that's been removed from your paycheck, okay? 9, manage distractions. Yes, this is a distraction. Your friend, she distracted you, so you forgot totally what the doctor asked you to do, okay? Forget perfectionism. What does it mean to be perfect? Perfection is for God only, actually. Don't try to be perfect, because if you seek to be perfect, you're wasting time. Do the job. If you fail, it's okay. It means you're trying. Maybe next time you'll get it right. But it doesn't mean that after 20 times, Ibrahim, you do it wrong also. That's not right. You keep doing the same thing wrong. Why? Okay? It's not. I'm just taking because I know your name. That's all. Okay. Okay. So take-home message. We have 1: balance your daily schedule. Why? With the overall life goals. My goal today is to get everything right and no IRs today. This is my goal. It's a very short-term goal. Remember, we said goals have to be short-term and long-term. Plan better so you can spend more time doing things you enjoy. How about the weekend? You take how many days off? 1 day off. What do you do on your day off? Sleeping, laundry, yes. Sleeping, laundry, yes. Cooking, yes. Cleaning, taking care of the kids, yes. Shopping, yeah. Okay, so if we have 6 tasks, which is done first? Then nothing will be done. Then nothing will be done if we sleep. We have to put a really good action plan for the day so that we'd have some me time. Me time. What does it mean, me time? What? Tell me an example of a me time. Give me an example of a me time. Self-pampering. Getting eyelashes. No more eyelashes. Why did you remove that? Pampering herself. What else? Going to the gym. This is a me time, yes. Shopping, that's a me time. Yes, shopping for yourself, not for the family. Shopping for yourself, yes. What's a me time? Cooking for you. Something special for you. Okay, that's nice. Okay, what's a me time?
Yeah, any leisure activity, like something that you like to watch, a movie or...
Watch a movie.
Yeah,
this is something for you.
Yeah.
Nobody will be sitting with you, just you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, arrangement, all things.
What?
That you're telling the desk. So I arrange my all things. There.
That's not a me time. That's a work time. That's not a me time. That's not something for you. That's something for that everyone will be happy that the house is arranged and clean.
I'm cleaning and cooking.
No, this is not a me time. Me time is sitting by the window and taking your coffee and looking outside the window. That's a me time. Just for you.
It's myself, my cooking, and I
Believe it or not, 10 minutes is a me time. Cooking and cleaning, and this is not a me time. So what's your me time?
Praying or yoga, something.
Praying or yoga, yes. Sleeping, that's your me time? Okay. Coffee? Drinking coffee? Yes.
Watching movie as well.
Watching a movie? Okay.
Calling my mother.
Calling your mother? That's a me time. That's a me time? That's your me time? Ibrahim,
Actually meeting my friends.
meeting your friends or fiancé? Your fiancé? Your friends? That's a... Eh?
My fiancé.
Your fiancé, your future wife. Oh, yes, that's your me time?
Baby time.
That's your me time. Okay. That's okay. What's your time? What's your me time?
Spending time with my family.
Spending time with the family is a me time? No, it's not a me time. Spending with your family is not a me time. It's a family time. Me time is something to do with yourself, for yourself alone. So that being with your fiancé is not a me time, unless you're doing something else. Okay, so time building, time management, TM is for time management. Skill building is lifelong, yes. Now look at this, fail, longitudinally it's fail, F-A-I-L, fail first attempt in learning. Nobody gets it for the first time. Okay? Try and fail, but don't fail to try. And last but not least, mistakes are proof that you are trying. Okay? But don't keep on doing the same mistake. Learn from your mistakes. Don't say, okay, I did mistake. I'm learning. I will do it again. But doing it again and doing the same mistake is actually not learning. It's not doing your job or doing whatever is supposed to be done. Okay? So it's allowed to do mistakes first time, second time, third time, but not maybe 15, 10 times. I've been here for several months and I see the same IRs for each one of you guys. That means you're not learning from your mistakes. We want to put an end to this IR nonsense. Okay? I'm calling it IR nonsense actually, because it's the same problems over and over, the same problems. Why? We need to understand this is not right. So start realizing you have to put an end to these IRs, okay? Thank you very much for giving me your time, okay?
Thank you.
Any questions? Any questions? Huh? Any questions, guys? No questions? No questions? Meshi? Right? Thank you.